stuff can be applied with the knife. Okay. Now, when I'm doing this with the knife, there's different ways I like to hold the knife. This is just a buck knife. It's a real one. I just took the edge off. But the nice thing about these is that they have the good weight. They open up fast without you know, much work. You know, when I'm holding it, okay, I don't hold it like this. I actually take my palm. I take my palm and I put the meaty part of the palm there. And then I kind of use it like this. And this is to keep it from sliding and cutting you, right? So when it's like this, your palm is holding it. And when you do try to puncture, it's not going to slide and cut you. And again, this will allow you to do all your movements, right? So when you're doing your movements, instead of practicing big, you know, motions, you know, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's right there, right? So you can see, right? It's right all in front of you, right? So you're keeping it tight. So you keep everything tight. Now, I like using this, it's a Bram knife, and it has, if you can see,
the trainer.
No, this one is not the trainer.
Oh, it isn't? Oh.
No. You see the ridges along the edge of the knife?
Okay.
Right? The trainer is actually very smooth. This one, it has ridges all around it. On the front, on the back, you see those ridges? How they're deep ridges. They go all the way around. They go around the ramp and behind the ramp. And they're also behind here on the glass breaker and the seat belt cutter. Now this one gives you a better feel when you're doing it, okay? And so when we're using this one, okay, let's say I'm using it in the ice pick grip, right? And we're doing the pox off, okay? What you'll notice how he's going wherever I want him, right? You know, he's, you know, and that's because this is really causing intense pain. It's not cutting him, but the pain is intensified maybe 10 or 15 times. That's because of the ridges, right? And so if I turn it, and if I use, let's say, the ridges on this side, right? And you're seeing, right? You're noticing it sticks, okay? It actually bites into the skin, right? And so if I want to control him, he's going wherever I want him to go, right? And that's because of the ridges on there, right? He can't get away. It sticks to him like glue, okay? So when I'm doing this, whether I am on the inside, okay, I want you to see his face, right? Right?
I don't know if you can.
It leaves kind of a red.
Nice.
It's an indent.
It leaves an indent, right? And so when I'm doing this, right? If I'm in here and I pull, I check, I come in here and I pull, you're noticing I'm opening him up, right? And he's sticking to this, right? So I'm in here, and now, you know, I can drop him on this knife, right? And so, but this really sticks. It sticks to the skin, right? And then it allows you to play with it, right? And so whether you're using it that way or you're using it this way, right? You know, so again, you're seeing the knife working as, and what I'm doing is I'm using this ramp. This ramp is really, really strong, you know? And so when I'm doing that, you know, notice how he's already going to my hand, right? And so if he does that, you know, I'm just going to
open him up.
Right? And so it gives you stuff because now it's making him respond to that. You know, it's just like, if he didn't have a knife, right? And, you know, I'm in here and I apply this, he goes there, see, because he wants to go to the, you know, and then I'm just going to, you know, and so it just gives you an idea how easy it is to start learning how to manipulate with the knife, right? But this one really, really hurts, you know, so just letting you know, the pain is going to be there. You know, so that's why, you know, a lot of times, you know, you see me, I have control, you know, this is right there. And so what gave me the control is that ramp, right? So when I came in here, you're noticing I'm controlling him with that ramp, you know? And if I have this here, there's the part that you use for breaking the window on the glass in the car, right? You know, you're gonna just hit him with that point, right? So a lot of times when I do this kind of stuff, you can see how I'm controlling his body totally, right?
Wow.
So it just gives you a lot of control, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a knife that doesn't have this, but I wanted you guys to see this because it's a kick-ass knife for training, and if you have the one that cuts, it's going to be even nastier, right? So this one was created for pain compliance.
Yeah, that's a good knife.
What's that?
That's a great knife for non-lethal.
Yes, it is a non-lethal knife.
Right.
Okay. Now, when I am using the regular knife, right? And you know, again, you can see how quickly I bring him up, right? I'm hooking that elbow because he wants to. I'm going to turn this around. Notice how his hand goes there automatically, you know? But that's okay because it really doesn't matter. The leverage is, you have the leverage. Once that knife bites in, if this was a real knife cutting those tendons, you know, the fighting in him it's not going to be there, you know? And so that's why when you're seeing this, see how quick I bring that up, okay? Put him up on his toes, right? You know, so he's on his tippy toes. I'm letting him down, right? So I come from this side, okay? He comes in, put him up on his tippy toes, right? Right from there, bam, you know? So it just gives you an idea of playing with this. Now, when I'm playing with the knife, okay, this is again, you're noticing the opening here, right? I'm gonna cut the ribs, I'm gonna bring them down. There's my cut. I'm gonna take this and rip them around and cut again, right? So stand up. So I'm gonna bring it from the other side. Okay, so you're seeing the opening. See how I open them up?
Yep.
So this is here, come here, right? So you're seeing notice every time I do that, I'm putting the point inside his elbow, right? And so it does create a little bit of apprehension on his part because he doesn't know if it's going to go through or not, right? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's going to puncture through the skin, you know? And so that's why when you're seeing this, right, there's my motion, okay? Now, a lot of times when I do this and I engage the other hand, Okay, I'm gonna slow this down. See this?
Mhm.
I turn my elbow up.
Oh.
I put this right on the sternum, and I'm gonna push all the way down.
Mhm.
Okay? So, from the opposite side, I came in, I come here, I go forward, I put it on his sternum. See, he's trying to hold me out, okay? And I'm gonna push all the way down and just split him all the way down.
Fillet him.
Yep.
He said I just cut the shirt. All right, but when you see this, you know, there it is. You know, it's just that quick, right? So again, you know, I come through, there, pull. There's my cut.
Yep.
Spin them around, and when you see this, right? This is just pull and push, right? So kind of nasty, right? Now,
Grandmaster,
yes.
my wife heard you, and she just walked in the kitchen and heard you. She said, "What is he doing over there? Is he cooking or filleting a fish or what? What is he doing?" She said, "You talking about separating you from the skin?"
All right. So now, right? We're not always going to be the guy with the knife. So one of the mistakes that a lot of people do when they're doing the Filipino martial arts, let's switch, is when the angle number one comes in, okay, they stay right here and they think that doing this is going to be enough. It is not, okay? If the intent is there, this is just going to go all the way through you, okay? If he's coming in with the point, that point is going to just go right into your face. You're not going to stop it with just that, okay? And you can't stay in front of him. You actually have to go over, right?
Exactly.
And so when you're doing this, make sure that you are attacking, okay? You can't just defend. You have to attack. So when he does that, this is right in the eyes, okay? All right? So when he comes in, that's okay, because, you know, he went to defend, which is natural when I went for his eyes. So I just continued with that, okay? But in reality, this is where you're going, right? So, and this is, when you're doing this, guys, I want you to look at his hand, okay? Relax your wrists, okay? Okay? When his hand is there, you see what just happened?
Yep.
That knife is gone, okay? So when you're doing this, you're not being nice, okay? There is no nice in the Filipino martial arts if you want to survive. Right here is the median nerve, okay? So when the knife is coming in and you hit that median nerve, that knife is gone,
yep.
Okay? And so when you're doing this motion and you're doing these motions, you can see the techniques, right? You have to hit that hard. You see how red that is? Okay? You want it to be red when you're training, you know? And so, because otherwise, you're not getting the real workout, right? You know, I don't want to be going patty cake, right? You know, when I'm in here, if this is in here, right, and I'm going to send it back in this direction, you know, when I'm doing that, you're seeing the knife is gone, right? So So that's why if I hit it here and I miss, my next one, it's gone. Okay?
Harder and harder to hold on to that knife.
So the motions is everything should have a purpose, right? So I'm going to be nice, okay? So I hit hard, I hit hard. I bring it around, okay? As I bring this down, I hit hard, right? You notice the knife just pops right out of the hand, okay? And so all of these motions, when I'm in here, I go here, that didn't work, right? Notice it's gone, right? So you got to make sure that knife is gone, right? And so once, I'm in here, I'm going to make sure that, that I have control over that person, right? So you got to play your drills, your wrist locks and all of that. Because see, a lot of times, we do a wrist lock and we think that's it, And so a lot of times when we're doing this and I go, boom, I'm in here, right? You can see the motion of, coming here, stand up, okay? So now I have him here, right? So if I go here, he stops that. Now I have both, right? You see that? There's my break. There's my break, But you're seeing the motion of, I'm going to do it from the other side, right? And so you're seeing, notice how I lock this arm up, okay? Right? You can see I can lock his fingers on my body, right? Okay. So it just gives you an idea, right? You want to play with the stuff that you're doing, right? You want to experiment. How do I get from here to there, from there to here? And so a lot of times, when let's say we both have a knife, right? And so, he comes in, I lock, okay? Now you see where I lock this, right? Okay, he can pull all he wants, right? So he's not getting anywhere. But now, you see, he has to defend that, right? So when he goes to defend that, now I got him, right? Okay? He goes to defend that. Yeah. Now I got him, right? So the key is, he can struggle with that, try to cut me, and then I come in, right? And you got to stop it, and then this is, right? But it just gives you an idea, guys. I want you to play with this, because you need to experiment with your techniques. How can you go from one to the next to the next to the next, right? And, you could do that with the weapons. You could do that empty hand. Some systems, of, like Sanukas is really good with a lot of the wrist locks, and they have some awesome wrist locks. I love their wrist locks, and so you need to play with it. You need to, learn how to escape the wrist locks, right? Because a lot of people, they don't know how to, once you got a wrist lock on, they don't know how to get out.
Correct.
And the key is to get out in the process of it being applied. Because a lot of times, once it's applied, and if it's applied really good, you're not getting out.
Right.
But if you know how to blend your movement with the movement that's being applied, now you have a better chance. it's like, okay. Everybody knows this lock. Everybody knows this lock, right? And all these locks, you know, he goes to fight that lock there. You know, I'm just going to go here and I'm going to pop him with my shoulder, boom, right? And I'm just going to bring him around and I'm locking from the other side, right? So it just gives you a chance to play, right? I'm going to do that from the other side, okay? So I lock him up, right? I bring him under. He puts his hand on top of my hand. I grab it, I turn it. I use my shoulder to push him, right? And there's the lock, right? You can bring him back up. You can bring him back down, right? You can notice that this is nasty, right? Sanukas Rue has that lock, right? Just boom, break it, you know?
Yep.
So it just gives you an idea, you know, play back and forth, you know? You know, a lot of these locks that we do, they also work when he has me locked up, right? So this is just like the stick lock, right? He has me locked, he goes to cut, right? You're seeing the lock being applied, right? Then, you know, I'm already here. I can just take these fingers and pull, right? And I'm going to hold that knife there because I don't want him to stab me, you know? No. And so you can see me turning him around, right? Right? You know, and so I'm controlling, right? And so you just learn how to control, you know? So it just gives you an idea, guys, you know?